Hi there. So after my recent green smoothie video, I had a lot of feedback from people saying it's all very well for the start of the day, but what about the rest of the day? So I thought, well, wouldn't it be a good opportunity to share with you some ideas and thinking? Again, nothing is right or wrong, it's just this is my view and this is what I do, about the rest of the day. So how do you keep yourself fueled and hydrated through a normal day? And I guess that's the question. If you're not thinking about this right now, it probably is a good thing to be thinking about. There's a lot of research that says about the power and the influence on your body and actually on your mental and emotional state as well of being hydrated. Now, one of the big challenges, obviously, is the quality of that hydration. A lot of people wouldn't really necessarily think about the quality of the water that they're drinking. They just think, hey, I'm hydrated because I'm drinking lots of water. But as we know, that isn't necessarily a healthy thing. You can overhydrate if you drink too much water, but I think most of us live in a daily life or daily routines where we actually underhydrate, so we're not hydrated enough. And of course, replenishment of cells and fueling, a very active lifestyle is something that needs a really good, solid level and consistent level of hydration. But there comes, and therein lies the big challenges, because if you're drinking consistent amounts of water throughout every day, you have to really make sure that you're drinking what we might term good water. I don't want to get into the political and conspiracy theories about the quality of drinking water. There's plenty of stuff on the internet for you to go and research that if you so wish. What I wanted to do though is share with you two products, this one and this one, which we find as a sort of a wider family, because a number of us use this across my family. These kinds of products really can help to increase or improve the quality of that hydration that you do. So I thought I'd share with them, exactly what it is that we do. So, first one is this one. This is the Berkey water filter. We have a relatively large one. These come in a variety of different sizes, and I'll put the link to the one that we use below. But these come in a variety of different sizes, and the difference between these and your average kind of jug water filter, which I know a lot of people use and have, is the percentage of nasty things, should we call them that, that this particular water filter gets rid of, and you really can taste the difference. I'm not just saying that, and we've experimented with a whole bunch of different products, but this particular one just seems to be leaps and bounds ahead of the others. Introduced to us by Hazel Newton. Thank you, Hazel, for the introduction on this one, because this really has changed the way that we hydrate. As a family, we're drinking a lot more water, and as a family, we are really sort of consistently building that into everyday life, and so this one's really important. So the way that this particular product works is it has two levels of filter. I can show you kind of how these sort of shape up. So inside, so it's a two sort of module thing. So you can see that this particular part lifts out, and what you do, literally there's a reservoir, so you fill the top in here with just normal tap water. The manufacturers actually claim that you can put pond water into this thing and still drink it when it's gone through the filtering process. We haven't tried that yet, but if you get one of these, you might want to go and give that a go, because that could be quite an entertaining weekend of family fun if you wanted to do that. And actually, yeah, note to self, we might try that actually now, thinking that through. But anyway, normal tap water goes into the reservoir in the top, and you can see there are two types of filters here, and these two filters really do get rid of literally everything. They'll remove the fluoride from tap water, they'll remove any impurities and any other kind of additives that have gone into your water, so you are literally getting water as though it is literally from the ground. So there's two filters at the bottom there, and those are the ones that access into the lower reservoir. And if you can just see inside there, these two carbon graphite filters here, and these are big hefty things. As you can see from the size of this is not a little lightweight jug filter. This is a big hefty thing. But in essence, if you literally fill this top reservoir in the morning. Generally that is enough water. You might need to top it up if there's a big family or lots of people drinking it, or if you're using this for an event or something like that. Obviously you'd need to continually be filling it. But for most families, most sort of average size families, or if you're doing this sort of by yourself, certainly filling that top reservoir, and then you literally have a day's worth of water, which the manufacturers claim is 99.999999% recurring, clean and pure. The little access point down here is the little tap that you can see down here. It comes with this particular tap as standard, but you can upgrade to stainless steel. So this is a stainless steel body. You can actually upgrade and put a stainless steel tap on here. We haven't really found at the moment that it's making much difference, but if it comes to a point a few years down the line where we want to sort of be renewing that, because maybe it starts leaking or something, and we haven't had this one long enough for that to happen. But if that does happen, then we'll probably replace that with a stainless steel one. But it's a really attractive product. It literally just sits there. If you have any kind of chrome kitchen items, or stainless steel kitchen items in your kitchen, then this one sits really nicely and quite sort of sedately alongside those. Probably because of the camera angles, it actually looks slightly bigger on screen than it is. It's probably 18 inches tall. And about sort of 9 or 10 inches wide in old imperial measures. You can ask Siri for the calculation if you need that in centimetres. But look in the link below, because I've included the link to the product, so you can actually go and have a little look at it. So that's how we're starting our hydration during the day. So that's really very much the start of the process. But of course, you're not necessarily at home all day, and you're not necessarily right next to your kitchen or your water filter as you go through the day. So the next step in the journey for keeping hydrated is your choice of water bottle. Now, a lot of people use glass water bottles, a lot of people use plastic water bottles. Personally, I don't really have an opinion on that one. It really sort of depends on your lifestyle, I guess, and how much the product is going to be sort of battered about in a bag. If you're taking it to the gym or the like, it's very much down to you as far as I'm concerned in terms of personal preference. But there is one thing that I've found over recent months, is that even despite having a product like this and being completely and utterly aware that I need to be hydrating and need to be drinking a lot, I think probably, and it might apply to you as well, is in an average day, we're probably not drinking enough collectively. But it's also very hard to kind of keep a tab on actually how much you've been drinking and actually how much more you should be drinking in that particular day. So this product here by a company called Vokka is a really interesting one, which is a product I've only actually recently purchased, but I'm finding that this particular product, and I'll leave the box there just so that you have the name, this particular product it's a very, very easy one to live with. Yes, it is a standard water bottle. If you look at this, it's nothing probably that exciting about it. But it does have one feature which I find really, really helpful in terms of keeping that hydration going throughout the day. And this is actually the measure that it has. So you have a standard water bottle feature. Obviously, it's a screw-on cap. You have a nice little sort of filter thing going on in here, just in case you have other sort of products, or you want to put a slow release tablet or something in there, or any other kind of sort of filter. So your standard kind of screw top to fit that, and it's a good tight fit. It's a quality product, and again, I'll put the link to the product in the thread below so that you can have a little look if you're interested. Nice little carry strap here just for around the wrist. Occasionally when you go on say a short walk or a short hike, that might be useful. You might not be using a backpack, so you just might want that sort of either on your wrist or attached to a belt. So it's a useful little feature, which you can take off if you don't want to. A very good little clip here, I don't know if you can see that one here. It's a very good little clip to give that extra little bit of protection. And if, like me, you put your water bottles into a laptop bag or some sort of rucksack, you'll want to make sure that if it does, the bag actually goes sideways, that the water isn't going to go all over it. I have done that in the past. It's a messy mistake. So this little clip here allows that not to happen, because literally that is locked. There is no way that this lid is coming off. So that's a nice little feature. We're not onto the biggest feature yet though. There is more to come. So literally unclipping that, you just literally press that button, the top pops open, and then you take your drink. So You know, not complicated, nice clip feature, and then that is locked. So we can fill up 1 litre, so 1,000 millilitres from your Berkey water filter into this, and that will last you half a day. Okay, and the reason I know that's going to last me half a day is because on this side, and I'll sort of bring that up to you there, can you see there are some timings? And these timings basically give you the opportunity as you go through your day to understand where you are on your drinking schedule. This might sound a little bit obsessive, but actually it's a really interesting exercise because really most of us don't drink enough water just in terms of the pure volume of it. So what I find that this is a really good checkpoint, particularly in the morning. So I don't tend to drink a huge amount of coffee in the afternoons or into the evening, but I do like coffee through the morning. And so what I find I do then is I drink more coffee in the morning and far less water, because I'm not just consciously aware that I should be drinking the water, but of course I should be topping up and drinking the same amount of water as I would in an average day, even if I wasn't drinking coffee. But you forget, so you get into the habit of thinking, hey, I'm taking in fluid and that should be enough, but of course it isn't. So this little measurement feature allows you to see exactly where you are in your progress of drinking through the day. It might sound a little bit obsessive, but it's not actually. It's just a really good little checkpoint, and I found this is really useful to keep the pace of your hydration going at a regular and consistent way. So the reason it's blocked down into hourly slots is it gives you a checkpoint so that you can see that come lunchtime, I should have drunk 1 bottle. And then in the afternoon, the other side of the rating shows then, having topped it up, either in this, if I'm around the house, or if I'm not, obviously you can fill it up with normal water. It shows me then that by 6 p.m. I've drunk my 2 litres in that day. Now clearly if you're doing sport or any kind of additional exercise, what you're probably going to want to do is obviously drink more than that. But on an average day, maybe you're in the office, maybe you're just at work sort of generally, then that is how much you should be drinking. And to keep tabs on the flow and the momentum of your hydration, this is a really, really good, very, very useful little product. Probably other products available similar to this, but this is the Vokka 1 litre water bottle. Link is below, and I certainly recommend it. I've had this now for a couple of months and it is really working well. Really enjoying using this product. It's sturdy, it's reliable, it kind of stands up, it doesn't sort of wobble and fall over. It's a really good sort of product. It's lightweight, really good cap to it, and yeah, thoroughly recommend it. So from the Vokka water bottle and the Berkey water filter, we've pretty much got our hydration covered. Be very interested to hear how you do yours, if you do have any kind of hydration routine or regime. And so share it in the comments below, and I look forward to sharing with you more product ideas and lifestyle tips for mindful living very, very soon.